Thank you very much, Dr. Fati. Allow me to express my sincere appreciation for your steadfast leadership in keeping the clean cooking agenda at the forefront and for your tireless efforts, which have helped secure clean cooking as one of the key deliverables for the upcoming COP31 in Turkey. I also appreciate and acknowledge the co-chairs of the summit, the Prime Minister of Norway, Jonas Stoh, Mohammed Ali Yusuf, the chairperson of the Africa Union Commission, Chris Wright, the United States Secretary for Energy, and Sidi Olta, President of the Africa Development Bank. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, today we were meant to gather in Nairobi for the second Africa Clean Cooking Summit, which Kenya had the honor of preparing to host. While unavoidable circumstances prevented us from meeting in person, they have not diminished our collective resolve. I therefore welcome this opportunity to come together virtually and reaffirm our shared determination to achieve universal access to clean cooking across our continent. Nearly 1 billion Africans still rely on traditional and polluting cooking fuels, with profound consequences for public health, education, environmental sustainability, and climate action. Yet the challenge extends beyond households. Across the continent, thousands of schools, hospitals, prisons, and other institutions continue to rely on firewood, placing immense pressure on our forests while exposing millions of children, parents, patients, and frontline workers to harm and harmful air pollution. With less than 5 years remaining to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, we simply cannot afford to slow down. We must accelerate the transition to clean cooking in both households and all institutions. In Kenya, we have made clean cooking a national development priority. Through our Kenya National Cooking Transition Strategy, we have set the goal of achieving universal access by 2028. But ambition alone is not enough. It must be backed by investment, and achieving universal household access in Kenya will require close to $400 million, alongside a further $600 million to transition our institutions to clean cooking. The financing challenge extends across Africa. Closing the continent's clean cooking access gap will require investment at scale, yet annual financing remains far below what is needed. That is why the announcement we have had today are significant. I welcome the $900 million in new commitments and the launch of the Clean Cooking Security Program. I also commend our development partners for their steadfast leadership in advancing this very important agenda. I further welcome the integration of the Clean Cooking Alliance into the International Energy Agency. I am pleased to announce that Kenya will join as an inaugural member country, reaffirming our commitment to advancing clean cooking both at home and in our continent. Our partnership with the Alliance has already enabled the establishment of Africa's first clean cooking delivery unit, which is accelerating the transition to institutional clean cooking. As host of the rescheduled summit, Kenya remains fully committed to sustaining this momentum. We look forward to welcoming leaders across again in Nairobi and to advancing this shared agenda together. Let us turn today's commitments into lasting impact for the people of Africa. I want to commend all the participants and to thank my brother, Dr. Fati, who I had the pleasure of meeting in Paris, and to commend you for your leadership. I want to assure you of Kenya's support and look forward to taking this agenda forward together. And I believe that history will judge your leadership, Dr. Fati, very fairly for your leadership in this space.
What is after this? So at the idea is that
that was to take place in Nairobi today. Dozens of energy ministers with many. Today, I am very pleased to let you know that 2.2 billion was to be dispersed between 2024 and 2030 and mass procurement in Tanzania and deployment of stalls in Senegal. It's a very big work for keynote remarks. Thank you very much, His Excellency, and over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fati. Allow me to express my sincere appreciation for your steadfast leadership in keeping the clean cooking across our continent.
This agenda going from tradition and cooking.
Distinguished colleagues, friends.